You may have heard of Cascadia, but do you know how to play? If not, join us for today's video where we teach you how in about 10 minutes here on Legendary Tactics. So, teach me how to play. This game looks interesting.
Yeah, so I've been having a ton of fun with Cascadia lately here. To start off with, normally you would deal out these from the gray bag here 20 habitat tiles each.
Yeah.
To each player, and that is that's your tiles you'll be using to build your own personal habitat.
Is it like a deck?
It's they're like hexes. Yeah, they're hexes, and we'll see them very shortly.
Yeah, but do you keep them in a stack? Or
Yeah, stacked face down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's that you don't have them in hand, or you don't know what they are.
Exactly. But now for this case, we're just going to use the baggie because these tiles seem to be double-sided. So we'll just draw out of the bag, and it does the same effect.
Okay.
Everyone will grab one starting tile, and you can pull that and over to your just in front of where it says starting tile there. Yeah, right above it there. Yeah, starting tile.
If you drop it right on there, it does a whole.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's even handier. Yeah, that's kind of handy. That's neat. And right beside it, there's a nature token. Each player starts off with one nature token, and those will come in helpful down the road for you.
All right, so what are we trying to do here exactly?
Okay, so as you can see, there's 5 animals across the main the center board here.
Yeah.
If you look at the bottom right corner, they all say A on the bottom. That's because there are actually different variants of each animal, but we're starting with just the A. This is what the starter game actually recommends.
Okay.
Now, if you look at each animal, basically what's going to happen is there's different ways that you get points for each animal.
Yeah.
So, for example, the red-tailed fox, or the fox here, the red fox, wants to be in a habitat with unique animals all surrounding it. Okay, including another fox. So
including another fox. Okay.
Yeah, as long as but if there's a similar one, then you only score for how many different ones you have.
Okay. Yeah.
The Roosevelt elk. It is you're looking at a straight line. It has to be a straight line of elks, and the longer the elks, the more points you get. Your bears here, it's the number of pairs of bears you can get in groups of 2.
Oh, interesting.
So if you have 3, that actually breaks your the pattern, so you can't count for 3. But 2. The Chinook salmon, the longest line of Chinook salmon you can get. You're going for a salmon run here, so you really want. Yeah. So
if you can get 7+ or whatever. It's but
basically
points.
You hit 7 and you're good, right? That's where you're going to cap out.
Yeah, sure.
And the red-tailed hawk, they don't like any other animals around them. So, any other hawks around them. So you have to be a solo hawk with no hawks adjacent to you. And the more you can get, again, up to number 8. If you can get 8 across, that's 26 points.
Yeah. It's so funny. The first time I saw the icons, I'm like, what the heck? But as soon as you zip through it, it's like, no, it makes perfect sense.
Makes a lot of, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so now the way the start game works is that we've got these starting tiles of 3 different habitats and you'll notice that on each habitat are images of different animals.
Yes.
If you look at mine, I don't know if yours has it as well. Mine has a bear with a little like a white leaf on the bottom right corner.
Yes.
That represents the pine cones, the nature tokens.
Yes. Okay.
And if you play a bear, in my case, if I play a bear onto that token, I would gain a nature token for doing that.
Okay. Oh,
okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So there'll be that option for you as the game progresses as well. And nature tokens, I'll explain them in a minute. Okay, so for your starting habitat tiles, there's going to be a community of 4 shared tiles going up.
These are communally available.
Community available to all players, and they constantly are being refreshed throughout the game. Now, just a side note, we did pull out a bunch of tiles so that there would be 40 in the bag because it's 20 per player that would go into the bag. So we did remove enough. There's 4 out there now, and And then you take the wildlife tokens.
Yep.
And you place them randomly underneath each tile or each hex.
Okay.
So the object basically is you take any column you want.
Okay.
And you'll take the column and you're going to place it onto your own tableau.
Yeah.
Wherever it fits. Now you're looking to there's numerous scoring ideas to be considering here. There is, of course, the animal formations.
Yeah.
There's also terrain scoring. So, for example, if I were to grab this tile here and place it beside the forest already on my starting tile,
Yeah.
that would start to create a forested area.
Oh, okay.
So you also want to consider terrain scoring as well.
So you want to, so you basically you want to link terrain, and you also want to keep in the animals kind of in mind as well.
That's right. That's right. And
Okay.
as soon as I take the tile and the hex, then it's replaced, and then it's your turn. And back
Okay.
and forth we go till the bag now will become empty.
Oh, okay. That's pretty straightforward. And so, yeah, you're just kind of trying to match. Now, how does the scoring work for the terrain if I link it all together? Is it for the longest continuous or contiguous stretch of different terrains?
Exactly. So what you'll do is once we've built our whole map, then what you'll be doing is you'll be looking at which area is the biggest, count it up, and that many tiles goes towards your total. And then there's actually bonus points. So you'll gain in a two-player situation. It's a 1 bonus point 2 bonus points for the person with the highest total value. And if we're tied, we each get 1.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Now I did mention the pine cone, the nature token here.
Yeah,
and it's a good time to. I know. It just looks like a pine cone. Anyway, so you're able to collect these. I mentioned how you can gain 1, but at any point you can actually spend a nature token, and say you really wanted the fox, but you also wanted the say the sand area over here.
So it allows you to mix and match.
You can mix and match. That's right.
Interesting.
But another thing the pine cone will do, it'll allow you to say, you know what? I don't need any of the elk here. I'm going to get rid of them, and I'm going to redraw.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So you can wipe them completely off. And then, but then it's your opponent's turn, though, isn't it? After that?
No, it's still your turn.
Oh, okay. So you can just clear them and then
it's
see
still
what you get.
for your turn.
And,
and by the way, if you have multiple tokens, there's no limit on how many times you want to use your nature tokens.
Oh,
so you can continually
so you can just keep using them
as you need. Yep.
Nice. Okay. And then if you play, so there's a little leaf besides this bear here.
Yep.
And so if you play a bear in that space,
that's right.
You get a nature token.
You would get a nature token. Now, nature tokens do score at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So they each score 1 point. So there's also some value in holding on to them. If you are not needing them, then you can just sort of save them up.
Yeah.
And use them for end game scoring.
Oh,
one other thing I should mention is if we let's see. Oh, perfect grab actually. So let's say we had 3 elk.
Yes.
You actually are able to, without using a nature token, put those 3 elk aside and draw 3 new tiles out.
Now, what happens to those ones that have been drawn out?
So at the end of your turn, then they go back to the bag.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now, one other thing I should point out is, so in the case that I just showed you with 3 of them, we had to keep the fox in play.
Yeah.
But let's say that actually there were 4 elk tokens.
4 elk, yeah.
Then they would all get wiped.
Oh, okay.
They would all get wiped.
Is that automatic or just?
Yes, automatically get wiped, and 4 new tokens come in. Yeah, so it'd be a pretty straightforward game, but I'll tell you, it really becomes an excellent puzzler kind of game and lots of fun. As my daughter played tonight, I showed her the game, and she said it's a really relaxing kind of game. So
yeah, that's great. Well, tell you what, let's if you guys stay tuned, we're going to do a playthrough video that we'll release, and we'll give this a go.
Yeah, we'll give her a try and see how we fare on our maiden voyage through it.
Yes, that's perfect. All right. Thank you so much for watching. This is Legendary Tactics.